ever known. Colonel Carruthers will now come forward and address our graduated airmen.
Ladies and gentlemen, I know we got an overcast sky, and it's misting a little bit, but I tell you what, the sun is shining in the hearts of 683 instances of amazing. What do you think of them today? So let's start with the friends and families that have journeyed all across this United States to celebrate all of this amazing standing right here today. Let me say thank you for sharing the nation's treasure with our Air Force. Thank you for setting into motion a chain of events that make this nation a better version of itself with every single instance of service standing in front of you today. Your sacrifice and your willingness to give them and share them with us. You've invested so much into them, and I assure you that our Air Force is leveraging everything that you've shared with us. Thank you for being here today to celebrate their success, and thank you for sharing them with us. And to our veterans in the audience, if you can, please stand up. For your service, for setting the example. Yours are the shoulders that we stand on. This extension of this long blue line for our Air Force is enabled because of your service. And I assure you, each one of these amazing men and women will look to honor your service, your example, as they continue forward. Thank you so much for giving all that you have to our nation to ensure the freedoms that we're all able to leverage. So one more time, a big applause for our veterans. And to our MTI Corps. So I shared a few words a little bit earlier, but let me just expand upon them. The MTIs are necessarily drawn from the best that our Air Force has. NCOs, senior NCOs, committed to taking the nation's treasure, refining it, and putting it in front of you today in such a glorious fashion. If you ever wonder if they're getting it wrong, I want you to look at this 683 examples of excellence, and I tell you what, let's give it up for our MTIs. And to our graduating airmen. I tell you what I really want to talk about, and I think the weather is perfect for this. It's an uncertain world. It's a world made more dim by a number of things in play. But your service adds light to that dim world. Your service is the example for others to follow. So I congratulate you and welcome you to an elite force. This Air Force has 70 years of heritage of flying farther, flying faster, and doing it first. Welcome to a force that really is the oxygen our joint force breathes and touches the lives of every person in our nation. And I'll give an example of that. So when you think of the airplanes that brought your friends and families here today, when you think of the navigation that allowed them to get to where they were coming, whether or not that's by cell phone, whether or not that's in the nav systems of the plane, or in the taxi cab that brought them here to our gates. We're the ones that provide that. So for our friends and families in the audience, if you didn't know that the Air Force did that for you, you're welcome. And so we do that in a number of ways. Certainly, we own the high ground as we demonstrate that in terms of air superiority. We certainly on the cyber side in cyber defense and offense. And then we certainly do that as we own and project global power, global reach, and global vigilance. Yours is a service that gets after it every single day. Whether or not we're talking humanitarian response, domestically or internationally, and we don't have to think far to provide examples of that. Hurricane Irma, Hurricane Harvey that just so amazingly affected our Houston neighbors to the south, and certainly Hurricane Maria that devastated Puerto Rico. Your Air Force was there making a difference every single day. Let's also talk about what we do on the other end of the scale. Yours is a force and yours is a service that provides more certainty in an uncertain world on the high end of the spectrum. We are renowned, respected, and appropriately feared for the lethality that we bring as we exercise the high end of the operational spectrum that we do. And that is putting bombs on target any place, any time that our nation needs us to do that. And I will tell you, when we talk about an uncertain world, you need not look too far to read headlines that reinforce just that message. Look to the European continent and see that your Air Force is ready and present as we watch a resurgent Russia. Look to the Pacific Theater and understand that the Air Force is there, watchful and present, as we surmise what to do or to think about China's thus far peaceful rise. And let's talk about what's going on in North Korea. And you have to understand that your Air Force is a part of a set of options to deal with an increasingly belligerent North Korean regime flouting international norms and standards. See, you're part of a force that believes that we will stand so that others have the right to take a knee. Yours is a force ready, able, and willing to get after it every single day, any place, domestically, but more importantly, internationally. We'll bring humanitarian relief, solace to those that need it. But we will bring strength where needed internationally every single day. In a world made more dim by all the uncertain threats that I raised before you today, understand it's your service that brings life. In an uncertain world, it takes a special kind of courage to say, send me. And each one of you possesses that courage. Congratulations to each of you, and welcome to the world's greatest Air Force. So on that note, I have one question for you. Are you ready to join the world's biggest, baddest, most lethal Air Force the world has ever seen? Ladies and gentlemen, I take that as a resounding yes. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I
do solemnly swear or affirm.
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
Against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
And that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States.
And I will obey the orders of the President of the United States.
And the orders of the officers appointed over me.
And the orders of the officers appointed over me.
According to the regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
according to the regulations of the Uniform Code.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Airmen. Well done. Well deserved.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing as our newest airmen recite the Airman's Creed and remain in place for the departure of our official party. I am an American airman.
I am a warrior. I have answered my nation's call. I am an American airman. My mission is to fly, fight, and win. I am faithful to a proud heritage, a tradition of honor, and a legacy of valor. I am an American airman, guardian of freedom and justice. My nation's sword and shield, its sentry and avenger. I defend my country with my life. I am an American airman, wingman, leader, warrior. I will never leave an airman behind. I will never falter, and I will not fail.
Thank you. Please be seated.